Hello and welcome to today's devotion for Tuesday, the 27th of April. 14 years ago, the last ever Easter People Conference took place in Blackpool from the 10th to the 15th of April. The theme of the conference was Amazing Grace. And looking up my programme from that event, I can see that on the first evening, the preacher at the celebration service was the Reverend Paul Smith. He was a regular preacher at Easter People and then at ECG, which came after Easter People. And after the celebration, you had a choice of either going to hear the writer and poet Adrian Plass or musician Simeon Wood. Those were the days. The next day of the conference saw the first of 4 Bible studies, which that year were led by Charles Price, who is the senior pastor at the People's Church in Toronto. Why I am telling you all of this is because in our prayer handbook in the daily readings we have reached the second half of Romans chapter 8. And at that Easter People 14 years ago, the Bible studies were all focused on Romans chapter 8. And in fact, the passage that is our reading for today took up 3 of those 4 Bible readings. So from that, you can see that today's reading is a pretty special reading. Romans chapter 8, verses 26 to 39. And I can still remember Charles Price saying at those Bible studies something along the lines of chapter 8 of Romans being one of the high points of the Bible, and describing the final verses of chapter 8 as the high point of the high point, or the crescendo, the highest point reached in a progressive increase of intensity. To give you a glimpse of what he was talking about, in the very first verse of this passage we are told that the Spirit helps us in our weakness. In other words, God is our strength, and it just starts to build up from there. I'm sure that many words have been written about these particular verses from Romans, and the passage itself contains such familiar and powerful verses. So I really think that you are just going to have to go and look up this passage and to read it for yourselves. Romans chapter 8, verses 26 to 39. You might even like to pause this video while you go and do that. Rather than actually read the passage to you, I'm going to share with you some words from a much loved Easter hymn. No more we doubt thee, glorious Prince of life. Life is naught without thee. Aid us in our strife. Make us more than conquerors through thy deathless love. Bring us safe through Jordan to thy home above. Thine be the glory, risen, conquering Son. Endless is the victory thou o'er death has won. Reading and rereading this wonderful passage from Romans, what has been jumping out at me is the certainty, the absolute confidence that Paul, the writer, has in the good news that he is sharing with us. We can have absolute confidence in God. There is no need for us to worry about anything. Come what may, God has got this forever. Praise be to God. Have a good day. God bless.